A Virginia school board chairman is making waves after telling his students they don't have to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. He recently tweeted, "Attention PWCS students and staff, you are not required to stand for the national anthem or pledge. There will be no action taken against you for choosing to not stand or participate. Our president is a bona fide idiot, but you are safe in PWCS." Ryan Sawyers is chairman of the Prince William County School Board in Virginia, who is also running for Congress. He joins me now. Now, just so our audience knows, there's a law from a long time back that doesn't require public school students to stand. But then you went so far as to call the President of the United States an idiot. Do you think that that was the right thing to say to young students?
I think it's important that the students that have been sitting in our school district for years, long before this became a cultural thing, the Supreme Court ruling that you're talking about goes back to 1943. Right. And of course, the First Amendment goes back to 1791 when it was written. So, you know, it's important that those students know that I take a strong stance. If the president's willing to attack an NFL football player for kneeling, then they certainly, these students and these families who have been kneeling for religious reasons or any other reasons they see fit for years are concerned that, you know, someone may attack them for doing the same. And it's important to know that they have someone on their side.
Let me go back to what my initial question was. You're telling young students that the President of the United States is an idiot. Do you think that's an appropriate thing for you to say as someone from your position, the head of the school board? I
think it's an honest thing to say. And,
well, it's honest to you.
It is. No,
that's your personal opinion.
Absolutely. And it's my personal Twitter account. And so ultimately, I think anyone that doesn't like the language that I use has to kind of take the same steps that I did when John McCain was called not a war hero. I had to explain to my children that he was. Okay. So if they don't like my language, then they can certainly adjust and explain that to
So would it be okay if any school board president injected their own personal or partisan opinion into the classrooms or the student body?
I think it's every citizen's right to speak their mind. I mean,
so if your successor came in and said Trump's a genius, we should all make America great again, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
I think there's school board members that do that on a regular basis across the country.
Okay, so there's a lot of politics in the school that you're at, apparently, because it looks like you can say whatever you want to the students. And personally, I think, you know, you give the students information and then let them make a decision. Don't inject your own partisan politics into it.
Well, we all have our own opinions on everything, and ultimately it's a private Twitter account that I use to communicate to not just students but to everyone.
Yeah, but you know your role as the county school board chairman is just more than your Twitter account. They're going to read it, it gets picked up, and you represent that job.
Look, there's nothing that I can do that the president hasn't already done. And to steal his line, this certainly isn't unprecedented.
Do you think you're disrespecting the office in front of these children, though? Because it's not just about Trump or Obama. It's the office. You're insulting the office. Is that a good example for the kids?
I don't think I'm insulting the office. I think ultimately...
You don't? By calling the President of the United States a bona fide idiot?
He's trying to create a culture war to distract from obviously a terrible tax plan. And ultimately that leaves leaves local officials like me making sure that our 90,000 students feel protected. So
other people think the President's just defending the flag.
Calling the President an idiot is certainly not nearly as harmful as challenging where he was born. Okay. So there's no way that a school board chairman can be... you can't convince me that a school board chairman can bully the President of the United States.
I didn't think you were. I'll give you one last chance. Do you want to apologize for calling the President an idiot?
I'll apologize for the typo, but not calling the President an idiot. Absolutely not.
All right. There he is. Ryan, thank you very much.